हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
बाप दादा कहते हैं इस स्मृति को इमर्ज करो, मानव में, बुद्धि में इस प्राप्ति को दोहराओ। जितना स्मृति को इमर्ज रखेंगे उतना स्मृति से नशा होगा, रूहानी नशा, खुशी होगी, शक्तिशाली बनेंगे। इतना हाईएस्ट आत्मा बने है, ये निश्चय है पक्का कि हमें हाईएस्ट श्रेष्ठ बने थे, बने हैं और सदा बनते रहेंगे। है नशा, निश्चय है पक्का है। तो हाथ उठाओ, एक हाथ टीचर्स ने भी उठाया। माताएं तो सदा खुशी के झूले में झूलती है, झूलते हैं ना। माताओं को बहुत नशा रहता है। क्या नशा रहता है? हमारे लिए बाबा है ना नशा। द्वापर से सभी ने नीचे गिराया, इसलिए बाप को माताओं पर बहुत प्यार है। और खास माताओं के लिए बाप आए और चल खुश हो रहे, सदा खुश रहना। ऐसे नहीं अभी हाथ उठा रहे हैं और ट्रेन में जाओ तो थोड़ा थोड़ा नशा उतरता जाए। सदा एक रस अविनाशी नशा हो, कभी कभी का नशा नहीं, सदा का नशा, सदा ही खुशी प्रदान करता है। आप माताओं के सदा चेहरे ऐसे होने चाहिए जो दूर से रूहानी गुलाब दिखाई दो, क्योंकि इस विश्वविद्यालय का सबको जो अच्छी बात लगती है, विशेषता दिखाई देती है, वो यही कि माताएं रूहानी गुलाब समान सदा गिरा हुआ पुष्प, और माताएं जिम्मेवारी उठाए। माताएं इतना बड़ा कार्य कर रही, चाहे मां मंडलेश्वर भी है, लेकिन वो भी समझती है कि माताएं निमित्त बनी है और ऐसे श्रेष्ठ कार्य सहज चला रही। माताओं के लिए कहावत है नहीं सच, लेकिन कहावत है। तो दो माताएं भी इकट्ठा कोई कार्य करे बड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन यहाँ कौन निमित्त है, बात ही है।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Bestowers, the deities. In every thought of you elevated souls, let there be the feeling of benefiting everyone, transforming them in an elevated way, and of making them independent from being influenced. Blessings from the heart and congratulations of happiness for each one should be visible in you in a natural way, because all of you are bestowers, the deities, the ones who give. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 21. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Today's topic, Bestowers, the deities. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Shanti. It's so beautiful when Baba says awareness brings intoxication. And the way Baba is explaining today, we were deities, we are deities, and we are becoming deities. We have these divine sanskars. We are the bestowers in a very natural way. In golden age, we were deities, and at present, we are becoming deities by performing the acts of divinity, the acts of bestowal. And in future, again, we will be deities. It's so beautiful. There should be intoxication. I think each one of us do feel the divine being of the self, where we are generous, kind-hearted, compassion, love, and of course we want to share with everyone. Even generally we say we have to share the message, we have to share knowledge. But actually, even if you are sharing knowledge, you are sharing love, feelings of benevolence, kindness. Many qualities are actually expressed while giving knowledge. When Baba speaks Murli, we could feel so much love from Baba. It feels like he really wants us to uh, be deities, be deities, becoming and be deities, so that we are deities in a golden age. So bestowers, deities main sanskar is bestowers. And what is to be bestower? Everything begins with the thoughts and the feelings. Generally, we think giving is more external, but external is just an act, but it is all internal. If I am loving, definitely I would like to care. In caring, also caring for one's own feelings, feelings of others. So it's very beautifully Baba is saying that in every thought of you, elevated souls, every thought of you, elevated souls, let there be the feelings of benefiting. Let there be feelings of benefiting. Transforming them in an elevated way and of making them independent from being influenced. Because most of the time, when soul is influenced, then the thoughts, interaction, activity, everything is not of deity. I remember one time somebody asked Adi Gulzar that why after 20 years of purity and tapasya, renunciation, the soul still uh, express some of the sanskars of anger, greed, or attachment. The Adi Gulzar said because at that time they are not Brahmins. So the sanskars of Kalyug, sanskars of copper age emerge. But now we have to pay attention. Let the sanskars of deities emerge. So blessings from the heart and congratulations of happiness for each one should be visible to you in a natural way. In you, right? So congratulations of happiness for each one should be visible in you in a natural way. Because all of you are bestowers, the deities, the ones who give. All the time, Baba's children only think how to give, what to give, right? But most powerful and needed are our vibrations and vibrations from our attitude. Like forgiveness, not holding anything towards anyone, unlimited. Many, many good qualities should emerge so that the qualities of other ages, especially copper and iron, they don't emerge. But the virtues and the quality, the sanskars of golden age and silver age should emerge. So it's very, very beautiful. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good
Hello,
evening.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
How are you doing?
What you think?
You look good.
We have to
Blessings
do
for
this.
continued health.
Yeah, we have to do well, right? Be
Right.
well, do well.
Looking forward to being with you very soon, tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Tomorrow, yeah.
I have a few. I thought the Sunday's Murli was very deep, the Abhyakt Murli. And some of the practices Baba asked us to do. And so I wanted to ask you how you did some of these practices. First question is, where Baba keeps talking about accumulate, save and accumulate with the power of thought. Can you explain that a little bit more for us?
Yeah. You know, Baba said all the powers are in the thought. If there is a situation where you need to tolerate, and then you tolerate naturally, not like with difficulty, but it's okay, you tolerate. Now that's accumulation. That means next time that same situation or similar situation will be easy to tolerate. And as much accumulation is there, it's like you don't have to tolerate. It's very, very natural. Or there is whole habit of power to merge. Okay, something happens, something, I just merge it, not allow that to go in details and more information. And so when we do it, right, use the power, it gets accumulated. In Lokik way, it's different, right? When you use wealth, use anything, it reduces, right? But here it increases. So what we have to do, whichever power, it's like taking vitamins for the body. So using these powers are like the strength for the soul. Any power, whether it is, power of peace. Now there is adverse situation, whatever happens, you remain peaceful. So you are accumulating. Right? Is it clear a little bit?
Yes. The more you use it, the more you accumulate. Just by the act of using, you accumulate.
Yeah, and because you are becoming that now, no? Embodiment of tolerance. So because you have accumulated, then it appears in your form. So then we say embodiment. So this is how, and that is why we shouldn't, any situation come, we should immediately think, which power should I use? Use that power, and you go through that situation or pass through that situation in a very natural way. But also you gain because you are accumulating that power also. The percentage has increased. But I like it, Baba said, all the powers are in the mind. That means our each thought should be powerful. Our each thought should be elevated because there is lot of powers within that thought. So when a seed is sown, and it's a very good quality seed, then the fruits which tree bears are also very, very sweet and very good quality and good size and everything. So when the thought is powerful, is let's say power of purity, thought is very pure, then it has lot of capacity. So when you sow that seed, there will be lot of beautiful fruits. But same could be our thought creates vibrations. It has lot of capacity. That's accumulation. That means you had been tolerating, so it's just accumulating.
Mm-hmm. One of the things Baba was saying in Sunday's Murli is about concentration. And it's always very intriguing for me to find different methods of concentration. And one thing he said in the Murli was that if you have good wishes and pure feelings, you can even concentrate your mind. What is your experience on that?
Yeah, but also recently, what Baba said, I had been thinking, Lord, that if your thinking is of good wishes, then you will be able to give good wishes to anyone. So that means my churning, my contemplation, it's like the quality of my thoughts all the time is of good wishes. And then I fulfill, in the sense of the blessing, or when I say good wishes to you, it will definitely work. So it's very interesting to see that when you had been contemplating all the time about knowledge, about any good thoughts, when you are contemplating and you say to someone any kind of good wishes, they will get practically experienced by that soul. Everyone says give good wishes, right? But it's not, it works. But some say it and we know it's going to work. So what
Right.
is the difference? The difference is between that how much that soul had been contemplating in a pure way, in a spiritual way.
Mm-hmm.
And that contemplation, Baba called it Shubh Chintan. So Shubh Chintan helps you to be Shubh Chintak. It's very good that when you are constantly thinking of well wishes for everyone, it's not you just say it and it's going to work now.
Right, right.
That was very powerful point.
Yeah.
So that's the practice I had been, kind of saying, okay, whatever I am hearing or whatever I have to resolve, but I have lot of good wishes for that soul. And I feel it's going to work.
Right, right. I have seen it work, Didi. When you had good wishes for souls, I've seen it work. Many examples, actually. One of the things that Baba was saying in Sunday's Murli is about experiments. How scientists they need to they are given only regard when they do experiments. And he was asking us to experiment. What should we be experimenting on?
No, let's say Baba says that you stay in self-respect, or Baba says that be in remembrance of Baba. Any type of practice we take. So when there is any kind of situation, even adverse situation, you won't feel the impact of that. You will find that for you it's like nothing. No, it doesn't affect you in any way. So because the power, inner strength keeps increasing all the time. So then anything which is even negative, you don't feel it. There is no influence of that. So this is the experiment, that I maintain the stage, I maintain those thoughts, and the result was this. And it's always good, right? The transformation on others. I think that is where then you are very, very internally in silence. Concentration is more in silence. And when you are in silence, then you observe drama. Let's see what's happened. You don't have any wasteful thoughts. You will always have elevated and pure thoughts. And then say, okay, let's drama. Let's see drama. And then you observe drama. And then everything works out well. That's the experiment.
Right, right.
So you are experimenting on detached observer, or you
Detached.
are experimenting on just observing drama. So any one thought you take it, and then whatever are the circumstances, you keep that thought, your state of mind, and then whatever is the result is the experiment of that practice or thought.
That's beautiful, actually. And also, I did a lot of experiments when I was working. And one of the things always is like the working assumptions. When you take some things to be true. And I was thinking in Sunday's Murli, Baba said a lot of things that you have to take on faith. Like he's saying, you're the highest, you're the most elevated, and you just have to take it on faith because Baba is saying that. When you were growing up in Brahmin life, when did you begin to feel this, that, oh, whatever is Baba saying is true and it applies to me?
Yeah, because he's saying to me, so I 100% believe what Baba says. And the point he made that you are most elevated because you have all attainments. So then you start looking for your own life and everything around you. Oh, it's all attainment. What else really is there? So you connect with that all attainment, most elevated, and then definitely your thinking is most elevated. And that becomes like your intoxication. And then based on that, you see the results,
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. From the Avyak signal that was read today, Baba was talking about saving people from being influenced. What are the influences, do you think, these days what do you see are our influences that are taking us away from Baba?
The very strong influences are one's own sanskars. Then it is the company, and if we allow ordinary and the wasteful to be used, whether in thoughts, words, or actions, there will definitely be influence. But also, whatever sanskar one is, let's say, if you have sanskar of greed, may not be very visible, but very subtly, you will be immediately influenced by that energy. Is it either from the person or atmosphere or looking at the material things, greed will emerge. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so subtle. So then we know there is influence. Depends on the books you read, depends on what you watch, whatever you do through your sense organs, every organ, I think that becomes a kind of big influence on the soul. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to be very careful, especially like many times you have to decide something and intellect's power of discern get influence. You know, and we think that this person, what he is saying is truth, not the other one. That's the influence too, right?
Right. To take
Because
sides.
both have their point of view.
Right,
And
absolutely.
in a way, it is both are right in some ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many influences.
Mm. Right,
Hearing, hearing is a big influence.
right.
We have to be careful with the influence. And
Yeah,
many souls come and talk to me that this is the influence I have. This is the, so I say, okay, be with Baba under canopy of Baba, remembrance of Baba. That's the only way to be free from the influence.
right.
So our drishti, our thoughts should help that soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the things I feel about influences is sometimes even Brahman company can be a not so good influence. It's not exactly negative influence, but not so good influence. Like if I decide, let's say I want to get up at Amrit Vela and someone else like a Brahmin comes along and so it's not necessary, and then that also influences.
Yeah. Or, anyone says anything about other person, we
Right.
just believe it. That's a big influence too. Oh,
Yes.
they spend so much, don't put in Baba's box.
Right.
No, that's a big influence too. So I
Yes.
have to be with Baba in our elevated stage, and with elevated thoughts, we keep moving forward. Then you are not influenced by what others are going through. Could be because of their weaknesses, could be because of their settling of karmic accounts, whatever reason they go through. But why should we start thinking in a similar way? Because our karmic account is completely different. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why
Mm-hmm.
should be thinking different and actually should be elevated?
Right. So, Didi, what what did you take from Sunday's Murli?
Basically, the power of thought.
The power of
All thoughts are in the thought of power, in the power of thought. So I'm really thinking that, as you mentioned, accumulate more in the thought, keep accumulating, and don't have ordinary thoughts or wasteful thoughts, but accumulate in the thought so that every thought is powerful, every thought.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Right?
Thank you so much, Didi. Om Shanti.
Okay. Okay, Shrinda.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी।
मैं तो ऊपर से आया था, बाबा तो वहां लेट रहे थे और मैं तो उनसे विदा लेके आया था। मेरा कमरा भी वहां से दूर था, वो था भी नीचे के उसमें, और मैंने कोई ये सोचा भी नहीं था कि बाबा आ जाएंगे। मुझे तो देखकर बड़ा आश्चर्य होगा कि मैं क्या देख रहा हूँ। ये मैं ख्याल में देख रहा हूँ या साकार में देख रहा हूँ, प्रैक्टिकल इन चर्म चक्षुओं से देख रहा हूँ। बाबा जैसे ही मेरे कमरे में प्रवेश हुए और बाबा ने कहा, बच्चे बच्चे बच्चे, ये शब्द बाबा ने कहे, तो मैं तो जैसे कोई सिसकियां भरता है, पुलकित होता है और उठ के बाबा से बगलगीर हो गया और उस प्रेम में खो गया। लेकिन जैसे मैंने पहले एक आपको अनुभव सुनाया कि आत्मा जो शांत हुई, जो उसने मेरे को बक्स मारा था या मुझ पर फेंका था, तो मेरी जो आत्मा शांत हुई वो मेरे जीवन का एक अनुभव था जिसने मुझे बताया कि महान कैसे बना जाता है। इस घटना ने मुझे और पक्का कर दिया कि योग कैसे लगाया जाता है। अगर तुम्हारा मन से प्यार होगा, जिसको प्यार से याद करोगे, वो बेतार के भी उसके पास पहुंचेगा। आप अपने जीवन में अनुभवी होंगे, आप प्रेम से, बड़े गहरे प्रेम से जिसको याद करते हैं, आप तार ना भेजें, टेलीफोन ना करें, टेलेक्स मैसेज ना भेजें, लेकिन ये बेतार का जो वायरलेस मैसेज है वो उसके पास पहुंचता जरूर है। अगर आप किसी से घृणा या द्वेष करते हैं तो भी उस व्यक्ति के मन को स्पर्श करता है, और अगर आप बहुत प्रेम से किसी को याद करते हैं तो भी उसके मन को जाके खटखटाता है कि ये व्यक्ति तेरे से प्यार करता है। बोले कुछ भी ना, लेकिन आपको अंदर से गवाही मिलती है कि ये प्यार करता है। तो सोने का टाइम था और मैं जैसे जैसे याद कर रहा था, मुझे ऐसा, उससे बाद में मैंने जब उसका विश्लेषण किया, मेरे मन में ये समझ आई कि मैं जैसे जैसे बाबा को प्रेम विभोर होकर याद कर रहा था, वो याद बाबा के पास पहुंच रही थी। वो डिस्टेंस और टाइम को उलांघ कर बाबा के पास पहुंच रही थी, और बाबा वहां से उठ के आए। उनके उठने के आने का जो टाइम लगा, उसी टाइम मेरे याद की जो क्लाइमेक्स बढ़ती गई, और नतीजा उसका ये हुआ कि बाबा जैसे ही वो क्लाइमेक्स पहुंची और बाबा भी आके पहुंचे। तो मुझे ये लगा कि अगर परमात्मा को इतने प्यार से मैं याद करूं कि मेरा मन उछल मारे। एक गाय की छोटी बछड़ी हमने देखी है, छलांगे लगाती है। जैसे उसकी माँ आ जाती है, जब उसको जंगल से घुमा के चरवाहा ले आता है घर में, वो बच्ची खूंटा तोड़ती है, बछड़ी जो है, ऐसे उछलती है, उसको बड़ी मुश्किल से काबू करके रस्सा भी उसका, वो जिसने रस्सा पकड़ रखा हो उसको भी पकड़ के धकेल के ले जाती है। मेरी माँ आ गई है, उसको ऐसा प्यार आता है। जानवर में भी ये एक समझो कि है प्यार किसमें नहीं, हर एक व्यक्ति में है, लेकिन मैंने बताया कि वो प्यार काम वासना का, लोभ का, मोह का रूप लिए हुए है। उधर से उसको छुड़ाया जाए तो हर एक व्यक्ति में इतना प्यार है कि सब इतना मिले, आपस में देखकर खुश हों एक दूसरे को और हंसे और मुस्कुराएं कि ये इस संसार का नक्शा ही बदल जाए। वो प्यार हमारा एक गटर में गया पड़ा है, जैसे हीरे के ऊपर मिट्टी आ जाए, इस किस्म की बात सी हो गई है। तो वो मैंने देखा कि ये योग क्या है, लगन में मगन होना। अगर उस परमात्मा की याद में विभोर हो जाएं आप, समझ में आ जाए आपकी कि क्या हमारा उससे नाता है, क्या हमें वो देता है, तो वो जो अवस्था है हमारी विशेष, उसी का नाम योग है। तो मैंने उसके बाद ये समझ लिया कि जो हमारी आत्मा पर जंग लग गया है, जैसे किसी चीज पर जंग लग जाए उसको मिट्टी के तेल में डाल के या किसी और साधन से साफ करते हैं, ये जो विकार हमारे खराब कर गए हैं हमारे मन को, हमारी जमीर को, हमारी अंतरात्मा को, इसको जब हम परमात्मा से जोड़ते हैं प्रेम से, प्रेम ही एक साधन है जो परमात्मा तक आपको पहुंचा सकता है, और कोई साधन नहीं। उसको जानने के बाद उससे प्रेम करना। ये सूफी लोग, ये संत लोग, ये क्या उसके, वो मेरी सजनी है, मीरा क्या कहती है, मेरे तो गिरधर गोपाल दूसरा न कोई। ये जो एक न्यौछावर होना, उस परमात्मा के शरण में जाना, अपना तन मन धन उसके हवाले कर देना। हवाले कर देने का मतलब ये नहीं हवाला करके आके ब्रह्मा कुमारी इंस्टीट्यूशन में बैठ जाना। हवाले कर देना माना मन से उसको अर्पित करके उसके ट्रस्टी होके चलना, उसको किसी गलत काम में न लगाना, प्रयोग ना करना। तो ये जो हमारे मन की एक स्टेज है, जब इसमें हम आते हैं, उसी का नाम योग है। और ऐसा हमारा अगर जीवन बन जाए तो हम निहाल हो जाएं, धन धन हो जाए। संक्षेप में फिर से यही कहता था कि दिनों दिन आपका प्रेम उस परमात्मा से बढ़े, पवित्रता आपकी विकसित हो, आप वो पवित्रता और योग का जो आनंद है, जो उसकी उपलब्धि है, उसके आप धनी बने। ऐसी शुभ मनोभावना और मनोकामना से आज का ये मैं समाप्त करता हूँ।
Om Shanti Vikti Parivar. So tomorrow is Wednesday and we're scheduled from Amritwela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening 5 to 5:15 Avikti children will be class. 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series and Avikti journey. Welcome to Avikti journey. Avyak Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Abhyakt Murli, 30th of May 1973. Confluence age, Purushottam age. Do all of you consider yourselves to be the Mahavirs of the Pandav army? To be a Mahavir means to consider yourselves to be powerful. So do you consider yourselves to be powerful? Have you become those who give power to the weak souls who come in front of you? Or are you still filling yourself with power? Are you the bestower or the ones who are still taking? Have you attained the inheritance of all the powers Or do you still have to attain it? Is it still the time to attain this for yourself, or the time to inspire others to attain? Is this the time for it to take the effort of others in order for you to achieve greatness? If until the end you continue to take any type of service in any way from others, then when would you give the return of that service in the future? Is the future the time to experience their reward, or the time to give the return fruit? Whilst keeping all these things in the intellect, check yourself. What will your final part be, and what will your future be? When you become a bestower who donates to all souls, the treasures received from the Father at this time, when you give thirsty and desperate souls the donation of life through your own powers, when you become a bestower of blessings through the blessings you have received, and bring those souls close to the Father and into a relationship with the Father, only then will the sanskaras of being a bestower here enable you to claim the royal status. That is, only then will you fill yourself with the sanskaras of being a bestower for the future 21 births. Why is this confluence age called the most auspicious confluence age, or the most elevated age? Because it is at this time that the soul is filled like a record with every type of greatness of every religion, kingdom, elevated sanskaras, elevated relationships, and elevated virtues. You are filled with the sanskaras of both the ascending and descending stages of the 84 births at this time. Now is the time for recording everything. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness, and be happy and cheerful. Bestowers, the deities. In every thought of you elevated souls, let there be the feeling of benefiting everyone, transforming them in an elevated way, and of making them independent from being influenced. Blessings from the heart and congratulations of happiness for each one should be visible in you in a natural way, because all of you are bestowers, the deities, the ones who give.
खुशी के खजाने से संपन्न, खुश नसीब खुशनुमा बनो। दाता अर्थार्थ देवता, आप श्रेष्ठ आत्माओं के हर संकल्प में सर्व के कल्याण की, श्रेष्ठ परिवर्तन की, वशीभूत से स्वतंत्र बनाने की दिल की दुआएं व खुशी की मुबारक सदा नेचुरल रूप में दिखाई दे, क्योंकि आप सभी दाता अर्थात देवता हो, देने वाले हो। ओम शांति।
देते चले प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
देते चले प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
दीप राहों में जलने लगेंगे, जीवन सभी के संवरने लगेंगे। देते चले
प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लौटाते चले।
निर्मल सी मुस्कानों से जग शीतल हो जाएगा, स्नेह भरे दो बोलों से पत्थर पानी हो जाएगा। निर्मल सी मुस्कानों से जग शीतल हो जाएगा, स्नेह भरे दो बोलों से पत्थर पानी हो जाएगा। ईश्वर की पहचान बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
ईश्वर की पहचान बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
दीप राहों में जलने लगेंगे, जीवन सभी के संवरने लगेंगे। देते चले
प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
साया करने वाले बादल सिर पर धूप संभाले हैं, खींच के बेखारे जल से मधुर मेह बरसाए हैं। साया करने वाले बादल सिर पर धूप संभाले हैं, खींच के बेखारे जल से मधुर मेह बरसाए हैं। सुख सागर की लहरें बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
सुख सागर की लहर बने, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
दीप राहों में जलने लगेंगे, जीवन सभी के संवरने लगेंगे। देते चले
प्यार देते चले, प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले,
प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले,
प्यार प्रभु का लुटाते चले।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.